Come on, let's take a look at Fujino's diploma. I heard today's plot is packed. It's time to spark a hilarious graduation celebration. He's here to deliver the diploma, and as soon as Fujino steps in, he's greeted by a mountain of art books. See a classic case of too much talent in one room, obviously from Kinhon. Seeing Kinhon hiding inside, Fujino decides to roast him with some comic art, but suddenly a gust of wind sends his note flying straight into Kinhon's den. Fujino panics, leaving the diploma behind, sprinting away like it's a horror movie. The note was pushed by the wind. What a rascal. Fujino saw it, panicked, left the diploma, and hurriedly said bye, before fleeing. I'm truly sorry for any inconvenience, Professor Fujino, but regarding today... Hearing this, Kinhon looked so nervous that she blanked out and dashed out the door, shoeless and all. Kinhon finally blurts out, I receive the latest comic updates weekly, and have been a devoted Fujino fan since 3rd grade. She was so keen for an autograph, she forgot to prepare. Finally, she asked Fujino to sign the back of her coat. Fujino agreed at once. While signing, Kinhon praised his works, saying each left a deep impression on her. She often wished to finish a manga overnight. Meanwhile, Fujino seriously claimed he balanced school and art, updating weekly. Kinhon was stunned, thinking him the comic world's hero. Oddly, Fujino stopped drawing 4-panel comics in 6th grade, puzzling Kinhon, who urged him for an explanation. Fujino sighed, realizing his ambitions grew larger, stating he hadn't quit drawing. He's brainstorming an epic story for a comic competition. Fujino said that he abandoned drawing those 4-panel comics solely in pursuit of a loftier goal, because, after all, who wouldn't aspire to become a major player in the comic industry, right? Yen raised his hand and made a silly face, looking like he was about to perform a show with his talent. It's raining now, so let's go back home. Goodbye, that was incredibly fun. The two collaborated to create comics together, truly representing a free and harmonious combination in the realm of artistic styles. Fujino drew characters, Kinhon focused on backgrounds. A year passed, and their comic Metal Parade was done. At the competition, the judges were flabbergasted. Who knew 2 middle schoolers could pull off such an amazing comic? It was nothing short of a miracle. The quality of their art and storytelling was mind-blowing. The judges proclaimed they'd at least snag an honorary prize, but surprise, they came in second. They not only won a whopping 1 million yen, but what a sweet surprise. The two erupted in joy, practically dancing with excitement. After receiving the bonus, Fujino, filled with excitement, withdrew 100,000 yen from his account, determined to have a blast in the city tomorrow and transform into the most enthusiastic, fun-loving guru in the downtown area. They then cranked out 6 more pieces, growing closer, becoming true comic buddies or besties. But alas, this lovely time didn't last long. The magazine's chief editor suddenly wanted them to serial publish a comic with no room to breathe. They published 7 short stories by age 17 to talk about a promising future. Fujino was over the moon. Yet Kinhon felt uneasy and apologized to Fujino, saying she wished to attend art school and thus couldn't assist with the comic series. Fujino said, it's fine, since Kinhon just did backgrounds anyone could replace him. But he thought art school was pointless. He found even with an art degree, job hunting was hard. Kinhon vowed to improve her communication, while Fujino promised a smooth future if she followed him. However, Kinhon had a stronger desire to pursue an independent life and did not want to constantly depend on Fujino. In the end, they chose to go separate ways. Fujino began serializing Shark Ladder at a company. Kinhon continued her art college life and were that one day. While creating, he heard news a homeless man in Yamagoha attacked students. Unbelievable. Subtitle: As soon as Fujino heard that it was in the city where Kinhon was located, he immediately made a phone call and waited anxiously, but Kinhun didn't answer even after a long wait. His mom called, saying Kinhun had died. Fujino collapsed and halted the manga temporarily. He went to Kinhun's home, staring at the comics they once created together. When he flipped to the 4-panel comic he drew for her, regret washed over him. If he hadn't drawn that comic, perhaps Kinhun would still be alive. What a mistake. It's my fault. It's my fault. Had they never met, Kinhun's admiration for Fujino might still lead her to love comics. She would have still gone to art school in the future, but on the day the perpetrator attacked, everything changed. Hearing his voice, I came to realize where I had gone wrong. Oh, what a truly crummy moment. I stepped on a bottle. How truly tragic. Everything has fallen off. What a useless thing it is. Thank you, haha. Let me ask again, can I get your number? Oh, great. Mr. Fujino, you must be the legendary Mr. Fujino that everyone talks about. Sorry, I once wrote some 4-panel comics for the school news back in elementary. I'm truly a massive fan of 4-panel comics, haha. You are truly blessed. I'm grateful to you, haha. Subtitles. Why have you stopped drawing comics recently? Are you starting it up again? Subtitles. If there's a chance for serialization, I'd be more than willing to serve as an assistant. Haha, but how on earth could that ever come true? Reality is indeed complex. Fujino opened Kinhun's room, seeing it filled with his works. 4 comics were on the window, shelves packed with their series. Everything centered on him. He looked back, saw the cope with his signature. Emotions mixed as he recalled their happy times creating together. How truly nostalgic it is. If only that moment could have gone on forever. Thank you so much. Haha.